Over the years, I've become more and more focused on fiddle tunes from my home state of Mississippi. About 4 years ago, just out of simple curiosity and some clues, I found myself in Jackson, Mississippi, at the State Archive, where to my utter astonishment, I came across about 3,000 manuscripts, transcriptions of songs and fiddle tunes that were written down in the summer of 1936 by some WPA field workers. About 180 of these are fiddle tunes. I love these tunes. I think they're very distinctive, and I found myself increasingly sad and upset that they've been hidden away since 1936, unheard. And so I felt compelled to write a book to help get them out there again, to bring them to you. The book is called Mississippi's Fiddle Tunes and Songs from the 1930s. It will be published in December of 2015 by the University Press of Mississippi. It contains 331 transcriptions. About half are from the 1936 transcriptions I just described, and the remainder are new transcriptions done by my co-authors Stephen T. Austin and myself, based on the audio recordings that were subsequently recorded in 1939 on another field trip in Mississippi, also by the WPA. There's an essay in the book that tells the story of how these field trips came to be, and how the tunes came to be collected, and then how they were set aside. They're maps, they're beautiful photographs like these behind me, taken by Abbott Ferris, working for the Federal Writers Project in Mississippi. And there are his character sketches, small biographies and stories that really give you a great feeling for the people, the sources that carried these tunes to us. We know very little about the sources of these 1936 transcriptions. The documentation was poor, the field workers relatively untrained. In the background you can hear a tune that I am reasonably sure of the source, an African American named Alvin Alsop from Carroll County, Mississippi, from Teoc actually. The tune's called Soapsuds Over the Fence. In 1939, the documentation, the work was far more thorough. A New Yorker working for the Federal Theater Project, Herbert Halpert, drove down in a converted World War I ambulance, rigged out with 300 pounds of recording equipment, traveled for a month in Mississippi. They were primarily looking for songs. So we have ballad singers like Theodosia Long and Burma Hill Grissom well represented, and many other singers doing children's songs, gospel, blues, topical, and other songs. However, we're very fortunate that there were 12 fiddle or banjo players recorded in depth. W.E. Claunch, who recorded with his daughter Christina Haygood on guitar, was an outstanding fiddler. Two fiddlers, John Brown, one of the older fiddlers, and John Hatcher, who's about 10 years younger, were from near Iuka in Tishomingo County, which is up in the northeast corner of the state. And then there's Stephen B. Tucker, who at 81 was one of the oldest recorded in depth, the richest repertoire. And he would have learned that repertoire, we assume, not very long after the Civil War. So that is a real glimpse into an earlier time and the style of playing. If you'd like more information about the book and its various spin-off projects, please go to MississippiFiddle.com.